welcome back to another Tech Minds video. Now in this video we will take a look at an antenna analyzer called a SARK100, which I believe was designed and sold by EA4FRB. So this antenna analyzer used to be available in kit form, so you would receive a bundle of parts and you could build it yourself at your leisure. However, these kits were actually discontinued back in October 2011. Now you may be asking yourself, why am I showing you this product if it was discontinued back in 2011? Well, the design is actually open source, so in true copy fashion, a few companies popped up selling the SARK100 as a ready-built product, just like this one that you can see here. Now to be honest, I'd never heard of the SARK100 before, so I was quite intrigued to get one and try it out. I was also actually quite surprised as to how the software works, which I'll go through with you shortly. Now this particular version comes in a solid metal case with all of the buttons on the front panel, along with a 2-line easily readable backlit LCD. Now on the top we have the antenna connection, which is an SO239 socket. Now as the frequency range is supported between 1 to 60 MHz, an SO239 is perfectly acceptable. On the bottom of this SARK100 we find a USB connection, which is used to upgrade the firmware and use a little PC utility, which I may show you later. You'll also find on the bottom a power input, which can take from between 13.8 up to 19 volts DC. Now on the underside of the SARK100 there's a removable cover, which when removed reveals a space where you could potentially store a battery. Now looking into the case we can see a little white Molex style connector. This is in fact a battery connection. Now this version which I received did not come with a battery, so I'll just be using my shack power supply for this demonstration. Upon applying power and turning on the SARK100, you're presented with the Bootup screen. Now this details the current firmware version which is installed. And the mode button allows the user to cycle through SWR impedance, capacitance and inductance readings, all of which are supported by the SARK100. Now the band button allows the user to cycle through all of the available hand bands up to 6 meters or 50 MHz. It even covers 11 meters for those that need it. For this test, I have my cobweb antenna attached. Now this is a 7-band antenna from 20 meters up to 4 meters. So first we set the band to 20 meters and then we press the scan button on the SARK100. Now what you'll notice here is the SARK100 will actually start scanning about 1 MHz lower than the selected band, and then scan through to around 1 MHz higher than the selected band edge. What you'll also notice is that the scanning briefly pauses twice. On each pause you'll hear an audible beep. Now this means that the SWR has reached a value of 2 or less. The second time it briefly pauses and beeps will be when the scan detects the SWR going above a value of 2. Now once the scan is completed, the SARK100 will display a usable bandwidth. Now this figure is the measurement of between the first SWR of 2 and the second SWR of 2. Now I think this is a really cool feature without any complicated graphs and lines to follow like on a VNA. Now once you press any button, the screen will then show the frequency with the lowest SWR that was found between those bandwidth edges. As you can see here, we have an SWR of 1, an impedance match of 47 ohms at a frequency of 14.11 MHz, which for me is just perfectly in the middle of the 20 meter band. We have enough bandwidth of 450, which was shown on the previous screen, to cover the entire 20 meter band without a tuner. Now if you wanted to manually check the SWR for a different frequency, you can use the up and down arrow keys to change the frequency, at which point the SWR will show a live reading for that particular frequency. Now if you have a multiband antenna, like a cobweb antenna, then you can proceed to go and check the other bands. Oh, and if you haven't already seen it, go and check out one of my recent videos on the cobweb antenna, which was made by Paul from Poland. It's quite remarkable and it's designed and works flawlessly. Now I did go ahead and proceed to check 80 meters and 40 meters on my end-fed half-wave antenna. Again, I have a video on this in my back catalogue, just look for the 49:1 end-fed half-wave video. So what happens if you perform a scan on a band that the SARK100 cannot find a resonant point or an SWR of below 2? Well, you'll be presented with a message like this on the LCD. Now, if you've built the antenna yourself and seeing this reading, then your measurements would have had to be way off for that selected band, so it would definitely be time to go back to the drawing board. But as you saw previously, the SARK100 will scan around 1 MHz either side of the selected band, and there should be plenty if you've built an antenna in the ballpark figure of what it should be. Now, the SARK100 config feature is quite limited, but it's easy to use. Firstly, a PC link setting, which is used to put the SARK100 into a PC communication mode. Now, this would create a virtual COM port on your PC for the SARK100 if you've got it plugged in via USB. You can also adjust the scanning step size. The default is 10 Hz, but this can be changed to a maximum of 100 kHz. Yes, you would get faster scans, but not as fine as the default 10 Hz. Now, there is also a calibrate feature where you will need to fit a 50 ohm, a 150 ohm and a 274 ohm plus an open load to the antenna connector while performing this procedure. Now, this SARK100 didn't come with any calibration loads, but making these yourself is very easy to do. In fact, it's documented in the user manual for the SARK100, so I'll leave a link to the manual below as it's quite a good read and covers some of the cool features this analyzer has, such as velocity factors, transmission line losses, stub lengths, as well as the usual SWR readings. Now, there is a little Windows software utility available, which is just a command line tool. Now, this connects to the SARK100 via its virtual COM port and then pulls back the data from the selected scan. This data then can be output to a CSV file. Now, this CSV file can then be loaded into an application called zplots. In fact, zplots is not a standalone application, but it's an Excel spreadsheet which can read and plot the data from these CSV files. Now, more information on that is available in the manual if you're interested. Now, I got this SARK100 from Banggood, and at the time of uploading this video, there should be a working promotion discount code. So if you fancy one of these, then make sure to use the promo code for a discount. So there we go, that's the SARK100 Antenna Analyzer, and considering it's like, 12 years old, it's still a good viable option that I would recommend for someone to use, especially as it's quite cheap to purchase and still available through like AliExpress or Banggood, eBay, Amazon, those kind of places. Now, I hope you enjoyed it, and if you got one of these, let me know. How do you get on with it? Do you find it accurate? Do you find that it's easy to use? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Massive thanks to the Patreons, the YouTube members, and also the YouTube subscribers. Without all of you guys, I couldn't make this channel possible, so thank you from the bottom of my heart. Until the next video, take care, stay safe, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you guys in the next video.